Well, let's go ahead now on our wiring and let's run some light so I can get some light in here. I'm going to be running wires out of the bathroom here. Let's take a walk around there. Remember, all the power and everything's in the bathroom. Got the battery, the charge controller, fuse block was up here, and we're going to go through behind the shower here. That's why that's still open. And we're going to come out the wall right here, and one set of wires going to come around, and we're going to mount a light right here above this window, centered, and one above that window. And I have a mock-up of how we're doing that. We're using the on-wall wiring, Wiremold. It's a metal channel, and it comes with all its fittings and everything. And here's what it would look like when it's all put together. You have a backer plate that would go on the wall. Then after you have the backer plate on, you run your channel, run your wiring, and then you put your cover plates on, whatever it is. This is a ceiling fixture. I'm going to use it for a wall fixture. And then you, with your light or your fan or whatever you're using, that comes with the bracket. You attach the bracket on here so you can attach your light. And here's the kind of lights we're using. Here. So that would go on just like that over the top of that. And they're called jelly jar lights. They're kind of old-fashioned looking. That's what I wanted in here. So that's what that would look like all together. And here's a piece of the channel right here. And that channel runs along the wall, and it feeds in like 1/4 of an inch into the side of these fixtures, like that. So it hides your wiring. So here's one of those fixtures here that's not together. And what we have here is the cover plate that goes on. That's for your wiring. Now that could go over top of a regular plastic or metal ceiling fixture, or not ceiling fixture, but a ceiling box. So your wire feeds into the side of it right here. This would get mounted on the wall or on the ceiling depending on the situation, like this. And you have the knockouts. Can you see those there? I already knocked one out here because my second light only needs one knockout. So that's right there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take this plate and we're going to mount that plate to the wall. And I just have to make sure when I mount it that my tabs here, there's 4 tabs because there's 4 knockouts on here. They're plumb up and down and they're level across. All right, so I'm going to take that. We're going to go find the center of the window, mount this on to the wall, and then we can mount a piece of our channel. So I just have to measure from here over to the next plate, cut my channel, and add 1/4 inch for both ends. That's 1/4 inch. It slides in 1/4 of an inch. I just need to find the center of this. Get those 2 screw holes right there. And I'm going to put my screws in on these slots here so I can move this around, rotate it just in case it's not perpendicular or perfect here, connecting this one to the other one. I can move these around a little bit to get that channel to fit right. And I'll leave that floppy just like that so I can rotate that and move it around a little bit. $53 1/4. So I'm going to make it 53 3/4 because they do slide in 1/4 of an inch. 53 3/4. Makes a nice cut. Take some of those burrs off there. Okay, that goes in like that. And I'm going to have to move this one over because it is a little short. Well, not really. I could get away with that. But I am going to tap it that way a little bit. Let's see if we can't get that in there. There we go. Now I need to come down here and put an elbow in here. Then I need to come across here, drop it down. Then I got to figure out if I'm going to leave that wire exposed or channel it in there. This is the one that's going to be tough because I have two different levels. It's coming in here. I'm going to wrap it around here, then down because I'm running into this beam here, and then in, have all my wires come out right in here. So here's the angle I'm going to be using. It's a 90. It's going to fit right up into that corner. So the channel can run that way, then right over to here. Then I got a different type of 90, a flat 90 that could take me down or in and down. Then from that point, I have to decide what I'm going to do. I don't know if I want to put two of these things together. It does leave a little gap. Or do something else. We'll see when I get there. I can't bring it all the way down to here because it's going to get in the way of my other channel. So this is kind of a unique situation here. I just got to keep playing around with it until I figure out what I want to do. But I do know I got to go from here to this corner and at least get it over to here for now. So here's that type of corner, like that. So this is going to get mounted up here on the wall. So I'm going to measure down and see what that is from the ceiling down to here. Then I'll measure down and get this placed in over here. So it's going to be right about there. I know these screws are overkill, but that's what I got. And this cover pops on after, like that. I just want to see how far these slide in. So that slides in all the way to there. All the way to that shoulder right there. But up here, she only slides into there. It slides into that shoulder there. And I come over to here. So I'll go 30 1/8. Now I do have bushings that do slide into here. There. That's over here. It's on there. I think that looks pretty good so far. Let's keep working around this corner. Make sure this covers down here. Yep, it gives you a lot of play to cover things. I could have left that out another 1/2 inch. So the corners are nice. And then down, so I need a flat bracket here. So on this one, looks like my bracket is 1 5/8 from the ceiling. So I'll make this one 1 5/8. I'll get my measurement, and I'm sure I'm going to have to take this one off and put that one back on after I get my piece in there, but I need to measure it. All right, I can slide it. It got lots of play. I can make that piece 19 and, oh my goodness, I can go 19 and a half, be fine. I can even it out between the two. 19 and a half. There we go. Yeah, this is like a little accessory pack. You get some channel mounts like this. You get some back channel mounts like this. They snap into place. I probably could have used those here, but I'm really not going to need much. I think I might put a bracket right in the center of each one of these, because these hold here on these. Not like they're going to sag. And I get some, what else? Some connectors like that. You get some seam covers, look like this. So little accessory packs, they give you like a little bit of everything. So now this gets put into here and over to there. So let me slide this one on first. There we go. Now I can take this one off. I got this one slid all the way over as far as I can. So if I take that one off a little bit, can I get it in there? There we go. I'll just even that out. Look at that. My bushings are still in there and everything. I gotta get around one more corner if I want to do channel all the way over to that wall and hide everything. What can I do? I guess I could go a little piece. Be a tiny little piece to go around that corner. Let's try see what I got. So I would need another one of those flats, right? Let me go see if I can't find another flat in my bag of goodies here. Corners. Corners. I got inside corners, I got outside corners. I bought everything they had. This was a Home Depot. They were clearancing all this channel, this Wiremold stuff. Did I only get one flat corner out of that whole mess of stuff that I bought? Flat elbow, got it right there. I did have another one. Ah, there's another one. Oh, I overlooked them. So I do have them. The question is, can I use two of those together somehow? To take this corner. Can I cut these down? You know what? I don't know why I couldn't. Why couldn't I cut this off, put this one on? I don't want to bring it down like that. That's going to get everything else in the way. That's going to be in the way of all my other wires. So that's not good like that. If I could bring it up like this, That would be perfect. And that means I would have to... I could cut this off right here, maybe. Now, if I don't get my fingers, this will be a miracle. These are handy little saws. I just wish my blade was bigger. I used the blade before, and it wore it down, so it can't cut through here all in one pass. We just have to roll it. Let's see how that does. Let's see if I can get that underneath there. Put this one on. That'll clip over that one. The thing is, can I drive that one on over top of that one? Well, looks like that would work right there. Looks like I have to cut this off shorter. There we go. Oh, that might work better. Yeah, that gives me... That's perfect right there, I think. If I put a screw in right there, this will go over the top of that. This one goes on here. That'll go like that. And I think I'm happy with that right there. Then I can put a cap on that and cover that seam up. There. That got a little play in it. That's good. So I think that's going to work. I'll just bring my line around here, down around that tab, and I'm off into that direction. All right, I'm going to put a switch in here. So I'm not running this directly back to the wall yet. I got to put a switch here. I forgot all about that. I remember I grabbed it out of the bag here earlier. Here's the switch. It's a regular DC switch. You're really not supposed to use AC switches with DC voltage. So they actually make special DC switches. And I'm going to have to rig something up here with this shallow box I got here. It was actually an AC switch for Wiremold. And that's going to mount on top of that. Then I'm going to mount this on top of that. Then you have a cap that goes over that. What I'm going to have to do here, it looks like, is measure this little indent. You can see it right here. This little part. And cut that out of here so this sits flush with that. So I'm going to have to measure this, cut that square out of here, that rectangle out of here, mount that into there like that, and I think that'll look nice. And these are nice because they have 3 knockouts in them. You see the 3 knockouts. So I can actually run that high up here so it lines up with that. So I still got all that room underneath for my other wiring that has to come across here. I got 2 other wire tracks that have to come across here. And I think we cut that out of there. My ivory cover plate shattered. Look at that. So I went and got another one. I only had white in my shop. So white is going to do it. So I'm going to glue that to there. And we'll put that onto there. Try to keep it off my fingers, make sure she's squished in there good. All right. That should hold that. Now this is going to go up here like that. And then we can come across here to here. And from there finally get into there. I'm going to do a 9 3/4. Looks like that would be plenty. And on the other one, I'm going to go, looks like I'm going to go 17 1/4. That looks good. I think I can tighten these down now. So let's put that back up there. Let's see how that looks. So that looks good right about there. So I'm going to drill my hole. Right there. Made it through. Now we can put that back up there. And bracket that in. I'm going to use one of those hidden brackets right here. Now I should be able to put that on. Slide that into there. And pop that on there like that. For the lights, I'm going to be running some 12 gauge wire. It's for 12 volt, 24 volt DC. Good. It's heavy enough for lights, but I wouldn't want to run a lot of amperage on it. There's all sorts of charts you can find that'll tell you how many feet you can run. So always check that before you're wiring DC. And I already checked this, and I can run well over 20 feet, which I have here. I only have like maybe 20 feet all the way around into the bathroom here. And I already checked that, so I can run these lamps. And these lamps are drawing, I think they're drawing 0.8 amps. So together, they're less than 2 amps. So that's nothing, you know, compared to what 12 gauge can carry over that amount of distance. So It's well within its range. So I'm going to go ahead and start running that. I'm going to get enough to get me into the fuse block. So I'm going to feed that in there. There we go. Let me go check that. Oh, it'd be great if I could reach right in there and grab this. I can't see a thing in there, can you? I can see the wire way back there. Now, if my arms were another... Oh, man. I'm right there at my fingertips. I'm going to turn you off for a second. And I'm going to grab that wire. That wasn't that big a deal. I'm just going to run it. It's got to run right to here. So I got to come out of the fuse block. And I'm going to go ahead and tie that off somewhere. Let me rig something up here. There. That should give me enough. So I got to bring that across, and then across there. I'm going to cut it right there. So I got to feed this wire through this channel here. Now the red has to be switched and the black continues. So I have to cut the red here. I'm splitting my wire right here. And I'm going to have to cut it like that. And I got to separate it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn you folks off. And when I come back, I'll have this over to here. Got the wire here, through here, through here. Yeah, I want to separate these wires here. Again, just be careful because I do want to split into the wire, and I think I just did it right there. You can see it right there. So I'm going to cut that one back a little farther. And I'll just wrap some tape on that. See what's happening when I pull on that? That's gonna make sure I leave enough there to get my corner back in. Okay, got those stripped. Let's see if I just can't get them a little twist so they don't get all feathered out. There we go. I'm gonna go get my electrical tape and tape that before I forget it. These lazy bums, they think I'm bringing them something to eat. I got electrical tape. You want to smell? You want to smell too? Nothing to eat there, is there? Nope, nothing to eat there. Boy, she likes getting her ears rubbed, her neck, don't ya? And grab one of these lamps. You don't need this ground wire here. Snip that off. Give these a twist. Now on these lamps, the AC lamps, the black is positive. So you got to make sure you're using your red. Don't match black to black. It's black to red. Your red on your DC is generally your positive. I got to do the two reds and the black together. So it gets easy to get confused because you're working with AC fixture and a DC wiring. There we go. Take the white from the fixture and wire that to the two blacks on your DC wiring. There. Now I'm going to tape those. Make sure there's no tension on those. Get all the wires in there. Take my caps off. Just want to peek behind there, make sure there's no wires being pinched. I think that looks pretty good. There we go. Now this one here, I'm going to stuff some of that back there. Just want to keep this stuff from being pinched in between the fixture and the wall in the box. Just enough tension on those screws in the back so I can just wiggle this a little bit. There. Now we're going to come over here and work on the switch. The switch has been setting overnight. I use that Lexol sealant, adhesive stuff. So the switch is on the plate. I did drill a couple little holes here so that plate can be mounted up here onto the box. So now on the back of this, you don't have wires, you have spades. And this up here was 12 gauge wire. And I didn't have any spades that fit 12 gauge, so I had to go buy some at Home Depot this morning. Let's see what we got. Ring terminals, needed those. Female disconnect. That's what I need for that right there. And I like these. They have the insulation over the top of everything. So when I put these onto the wire up here, look how close these are down here. There's not going to be any chance of any crossing there. I don't think the switch would work very well if they crossed. Make a little cross in there, I'm hoping. If you just do that like that, keeps them in. Okay, make sure these are going to fit on here. Yep. So I need to crimp these onto these up here. Is she on there? Oh yeah, she's good and tight there. That insulation is nice, but it does keep you from seeing very well. You just gotta make sure the wires get up inside the ferrule. Okay, those are on. But let's get this back on. Stop my babbling. Now there's plenty of room. So we're good there. Okay. Now I gotta take these long screws now. This would be a lot easier if I had a ladder or a step stool. I'm reaching across here on my tiptoes. On my tippy toes. There. Finally got that. Now I should be able to put this here. And we'll just snap that on. Everything connected here. That switch didn't turn out too bad. You know, for homemade gerrymandering or jerry rigging, I guess should say. Ain't a gerrymandering. Jerry rigging. That is pretty nice looking. Gotta get the corner up here. That looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Well, moment of truth here. We get to go inside the bathroom where the power is, and we're going to hook this up to the power. Take the cover off that. Make sure the power's off to my block over here. Now I need take this wire, we're going to feed it behind here. Now I think I'll leave the extra on. I got to cut this. I'm trying to cut that carefully so I don't strip any of those wires so I end up copper showing. That looks good. The ferrule's not that big in there. Only like 1/4 of an inch it seems like. There we go. Get those back up here. This side here is the negative. Okay, I'll bring the positive over to here. And we'll put the positive in there. There. That looks pretty good. Just want to make sure that cover goes back on. That's going to look good there. So I'm going to bring that up. And we'll put a staple in right here and probably right here. Keep that in place. Now those lamps are only going to be drawing about 2 amps. So I'm going to put a 5 amp fuse in here. If it proves to be too small, I'll change it out. But we'll put a 5 amp for now. Let's turn the power on, see if anything happens. Well, didn't blow. Hit the switch. That looks good. This is a 2nd generation Maxi Star, omnidirectional, 12 to 24 DC input only. And there it is. Just guess the switch was on. See if the switch works. Switch works. All right, got the glass on. Oh, that looks pretty nice. Definitely bright. These bulbs here are about 16 bucks a piece. They're 10 watt. And I'm not going to buy any more of those. I'm going to buy regular DC bulbs. I found them online. And they're about 3 bucks a piece. They look like a regular light bulb. They might not be as bright, but they're a lot cheaper, and I think I got 6 for like $17. So that's what we're gonna go with. I think this looks pretty darn nice. Thanks for coming along on the video. I really appreciate the time you guys spend with me. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, could you hit the like button? Leave a comment if you could. And I'd definitely hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. On the next video, we're gonna be wiring the outlets. We'll see you then. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.